Marriage is a partnership. It's about building something, day by day, on a foundation of trust, respect, and care. It's about waking up and choosing each other, even when things aren't easy. It's a laughter in quiet moments, support in hard ones, and sharing a future filled with both the ordinary and the extraordinary. Ethan and Megan have found something rare in each other. They bring out the best in one another. They challenge each other and they ground each other. And today, they're making a promise, not just in words, but in intention and action, to walk through life side by side.
You are the calm to her storm, and you said that in your vows, and that just is so beautiful to see, that you guys aren't trying to diminish the other one or change the other one. You guys fully love each other for who you are, and you're working towards your future, and that is the most beautiful thing to see.
Ethan, we met during one of the darkest times of my life. I still remember our first date at a bonfire and how crazy it was that I felt so at home in the arms of a man I had just met. I knew that I was not ready to receive a love as pure as yours, and I had a lot of healing I needed to do on my own. You respected that, and you waited. You waited for 10 months and somehow reached out at the perfect time when I finally felt ready to let you in. I can't thank you enough for seeing the light in me that I thought I had lost in myself and waiting until I got that light back.
That's so strong.
You have shown me what it is like to be loved unconditionally, and I can't wait for you to become a father and show our kids the same love. You are the most kind, patient, loving, and gentle man I have ever met. Oh, and of course, incredibly attractive. I can't put into words everything I feel for you, but my heart is so full of you, I can't even call it mine. I don't know what I did to deserve a love as gentle and patient as yours, but I promise to spend the rest of my life trying to be worthy of it. I love you.
So some of you may know our story, but I don't believe all of you know. We first met back in 2020 during COVID on a dating app known as Tinder. It was amazing to get to talk to her because every other chick I was talking to was just the driest texter. Awful to talk to them. But with her, it was effortless. Conversations just flowed smoothly, and it was just such a joy to have a genuine conversation with. Someone who matched my energy, finally. When I came home, my parents were out of town, and I needed a ride from the airport, and to my surprise, she said she could pick me up. I was just surprised because we'd never met before, and I didn't have to beg or anything. So I walk out of the terminal and wait for her to arrive, and when she does, I just remember having the biggest grin on my face. The same grin I had watching her walk down the aisle. Do you remember how we greeted each other when we first met? It was just a hug.
Oh,
but it was the most meaningful hug I could ever remember.
Aww.
You need some time to find yourself again, which, like we both determined, was the absolute best choice because we probably would not have been able to make it back in those days. 10 months later, after very little contact, I reached out one last time and it worked. Since we started dating, talking again a few weeks later, we went on our second first date, and the rest is history. So Megan, I promise to support you, our family always. I promise to protect and provide at all times. I promise to love and cherish every moment together that we have. I promise not to let arguments fester and lead to resentment, to always seek your thoughts on big family decisions because your opinion matters most. To never forget our past and history we spent together, to always be yours and only yours, and last but not least, to always love you through thick and thin, forever and ever.
Ethan and Megan, the two of you have shared your vows, exchanged rings, and made a commitment in front of the people who care about you the most. And so, by the power vested in me by the state of Washington, it's my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Ethan, you may kiss your bride.
we'd like to welcome in to you for the very first time. Let's make some noise for our newlyweds.
How you feel?
Good. How do you feel?
Good.
How fun.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Yeah.
It's a perfect moment in time, and I'm holding on for the ride. I've waited all of my life. I've never felt so alive. I've never felt so alive. I've never felt so slow.
Now, Ethan has told me about several girls in the past, but this time there was something deeper in his words, something more genuine. He was just absolutely smitten, and I'm sure you can see it in him today as I saw it back then. Caitlin and I were both curious to see how things would change now that he wasn't flying solo. Would Ethan still be the same guy we knew and loved, or would he turn into someone else? And the truth is, he didn't change. He just became even more him, and the best version of that. Megan, thank you for making Ethan the happiest I've ever seen him. You've brought out a side of him that we all love, and it's been such a joy to see you guys so happy. And Ethan, you've always been a good-looking dude. But today, seeing you with the love of your life, I can honestly say you've never looked better. So let's all raise a glass to the beautiful couple. Cheers.
It's a perfect moment in time, and I'm holding on for the ride. I've